Okay, hi. I'm Mona, and this is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for May 8th, 2024. Yeah. It's already late. It's like I'm making some dinner time stuff. I already fed the doggies. We came from the groomers today. They didn't cut him because I don't know. Well, they said, we picked out like 50 or 60 ticks. That's a lie. Posh wash in Lawrence, Kansas. That's such a balls out lie. How can you just lie to someone's face like that? How? And so they said they had to pick him out and they were stuck. That's impossible. He's on Provecto. I told them that. So that place has no knowledge of that medication. And you know what it is? No, Brian is a fidgety, you know? He doesn't like anybody too much mess with the ears or the feet. And it's this type of dog. All of them are like that. I think that the lady who works there is inexperienced. She doesn't know how to do a haircut on this type of dog. I think only she knows how to do some shave and some a little bit like that. But the lady was kind of weird anyways, like the groomer. Like she was dirty and she looked like she didn't bathe. She looked like she was partying last night. I kind of don't want anybody like that to be messing with my dog. But I was feeling desperate because it's very hard to get appointments. And when she walked out, she looked like she didn't even want to be there. And she was kind of mean to me. But I didn't care. She was going to group, but she didn't. So she claimed he had all those ticks, which was a lie. If he had all of those, I would have seen it. I would have seen it because I myself am trying to keep him tick free and Chica too. They lied. They just lied. And so, they ended up saying that. I wish they would have showed me all those ticks because then that would have, then I would have been like, oh, okay. But that's not even the case. Because I went to PetSmart and they're like, oh yeah, you can just brush them out. I'm like, I know, that's what I've been doing because they're all dead. Because the lady at PetSmart, she uses Bravecto for her dogs. And she knows exactly what is it. She's an experienced groomer. She knows how to groom dogs and she has knowledge of grooming dogs. This is at PetSmart in Lawrence, Kansas. Yeah, they know there. They know. They're actually the ones, not that specific PetSmart, but PetSmart is the company that actually schooled me on that pill. Because one time, not at this one, at another one, I took them to a PetSmart and they called me. And I'm banned from that other one, by the way, but I didn't know, so it's okay, I went there and he had the ticks, but I didn't have him on Provecto because I didn't know about that stuff. And I went there and they said, you know what? He had a lot of ticks. We had to pick him off. And we went ahead and did it and everything, but you can't come back here anymore. You're banned from this coming grooming over here. And at first I felt bad, but now because I know about ticks, no, I don't feel bad anymore because they're right. Like I didn't know, but while I was there and they were telling me that, they're like, you have to take him to the vet and they will give him a pill so he doesn't have this problem. And I was like, oh, all right. Yeah. Like they taught me, even though I'm not going to go back there, that specific PetSmart, they told me how to do it, what to do. And I appreciate that because that's how I learned about the pill. Because I was going to the vet, but I never asked for the pill because I didn't know about the pill. You know what I'm saying? So they told me and I was like, oh, and then I said, I'm sorry about that, but okay, And then I went to this other PetSmart and I told them, about 5 days ago, or on Friday, I took them to the vet to go get the Provecto. And the lady's like, oh, yeah, I use it for my dog too. And and then I told her the story about the Posh Wash place that's like across the street, kind of. like 3 minutes from there. And she said, oh, they didn't want to do it. And I said, no, they said that he had like 50 or 60, like, and she's like, if he would have had that, he would have been lethargic right now. He would have been all sickly and weird and whatever. And she's all, but if he's on Provecto, they're all dead. They just flake off. They dry up and flake off. And I was like, yeah, you know. And she's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, because I just originally went in there because I just wanted to ask a couple questions. I said, I just have some questions from some pet professionals, The ladies that were there, I don't know their names. It was an older lady and a younger lady, but they were both very nice, and I said, yeah, they washed him, and I checked him. He doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have nothing on him. Like, and you know what? Why would you go through the trouble of picking off 50 or 60 ticks and then wash him? Is because they wanted the money. They wanted the money for the wash, but they didn't want to cut his hair. And I'll tell you why. Because the groomer there, I figured this out. The groomer there doesn't know how to, she's not a professional groomer. She's just, either she just graduated or they just hired her because she said she was just, what do you call it? Faking it to make it or something. Maybe she was doing that. That's the first time that I've been turned away like that. And I was questioning them. I said, how long has she been grooming? Does she have experience? Because, yeah, why would you pick off 50 or 60 ticks and then wash him and not do the cut? And that's where I realized, oh, because she doesn't know how. She doesn't know how to cut. So, like, if you have a dog and the dog is not fidgety and they let you do whatever you want, she likes to cut those dogs' hair. But if the dog is a little, like, nervous or anxious, she doesn't want to do it. And I told them right off the bat, he gets picky with his ears and his paws. And they're all, oh, yeah. So I have a feeling they already knew that they were going to do that to me. Because they were already starting to call me and tell me about all the ticks. And I said, I told the guy that he's on Provecto. All those are dead. They're not. And then she calls back and says, yeah, you can go ahead and pick up Brian right now. He had like 50 or 60 ticks. And I was like, they're dead. They're like little chips, flake chips. They're not even alive anymore. And she says, oh, we just did the wash and you can just go ahead. So they shouldn't have done all that stuff at all. But because they wanted to do the easiest thing they could, they accused it of the fleas. And then they said that it's too many so they can get that $65 payment. Yeah, they are ripoffs over there. I realize, and you know what? He's not acting right. I keep going to him, are you okay, baby? Are you okay? And I go to pet him and he's like, rrr. They did something to him. I think they hurt him. And you know what? They did start cutting his hair because you can tell on the top of his head that they trimmed his head. You see that? But probably he got a little like with them. And they probably said, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do this. You see, they cut his head a little bit. And then I read the reviews. Oh my gosh. I should have read those reviews before I took them there. Dude, they cut like a hole in a dog's neck. It looks like it needed stitch. This woman on there and a lot of other people are like, oh, it's bad. They hurt my dog. They did this. And I was like, oh my God. So now I'm like, shoot, man. They might have traumatized or hurt him somehow. I'm making a chili sauce. My friend Melissa, she showed me how to do it at her house one time. So right now I was boiling them, so right now they're almost, I gotta grind them right now, add some lemon and stuff. But yeah, they were starting to cut the top of his head and they stopped, and I think it's because maybe he growled. And I told them, you can put a muzzle on him. She doesn't know how to do it. That's what I figured out. She doesn't know how to cut hair. So she's faking it to make it over there. Very dangerous. Very dangerous for the dogs. And when I was reading the reviews, yeah, oh my God, horror stories are in there. And the only thing the owner has to say about it is, oh, we're so sorry you had a bad experience. That's it. Even for the lady who shows a picture where it's a straight up open cut, open wound on the. I was like, oh shoot, man! I wrote a big long Google thing on there. If you guys are interested to read it, it's Posh Wash in Lawrence, Kansas. Read the reviews, even if you don't have a dog and you're just curious about. Oh my gosh, horror stories in there. That one with the ladies. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for that poor little doggy. On the neck. How? How? Like that big on the neck? Oh my gosh. So you guys know I am waiting for the vet to call us back for Chica. I don't think it's a dire thing because they know that she's been on medication and they haven't called me back yet. And tomorrow we're moving to the next spot, and then on Friday at 8:30 a.m. I'm gonna take Brian to Petco because they're nice over there and they're knowledgeable. And I also saw the big ball for Chica. I bought it right away. That was the only one there. If they had more than one, I would get it. They had smaller ones, but Brian doesn't like it, and Chica's still working on that one. If I go back there on Friday and I see another one, I'm gonna get another one. They're like $20, but you know what? It's worth it. And I tried to buy Brian too because he went through that, and I feel really bad for him. He's my baby. I actually bought him a 2 for $5 squeaky, and I got him a hamburger and a hot dog, and as I threw the hamburger up in the air, because I squeaked it, Chica heard that and jumped for it and grabbed it. So I was like, oh. So I got out the hot dog because I was gonna try to give him later, but I gave him the hot dog, and he's very careful with the toy. He is. I saw when he tried to pick it up, he tried to be gentle, but Chica, man. So, but it's okay. But I'm feeling a little bad for Brian. He is not acting himself right now. So when I take Chica to go get checked out from the vet over there, I'm gonna say, you know what? I took him to the place, and he's not acting right now. Ever since I left there, he's acting more like don't touch my body, or you know what? I wonder if they hit him or punched him or did something stupid like that. Because I went to pet him and he's all, ooh, and on his head. I wonder if they'd hurt him on his head because of the shape. I don't know, but I'm very sad for him. And yeah, like he's just laying there, and I don't know, but he's gonna get a haircut from PetSmart, and then I'm just gonna treat him up and baby him and nurture him and love him because I don't know what those people did. I don't know what they did. Poor thing. Anyways, you guys, that's all I have. I've been trying to, be nice with him and pet him, and I gave him a really nice dinner. I bought the tube, the refrigerated stuff for him, and I made him a nice meal. And tonight I'm gonna have some. Well, I cook, so I don't know if it's called pozole because it's my style. But while we were gone, I was crock potting a chuck of pork, and I threw some hominy in there and some carrot because I like it. I don't think pozole has that in there, but I had some, so I put carrot in there. And they already ate. And I'm kind of upset. And I didn't even have breakfast. I'm feeling a little upset stomach because of how the treatment of him and me at that Posh Wash place. They were mean and weird over there. Like, I think the groomer, even she might have been high or something. She looked all dirty herself too. Like, dang, you need to wash too. Like, I don't know, you guys. I didn't appreciate that place. I didn't even raise no ruckus in there. I just went in there. They showed me how much it is. I said, okay, I pay the money, and I left. I have these channels. I can talk on Google. Google Maps. I'm a big, thing on there. I talk about all these grooming places and all the nice businesses I like. I always give them their props and whatever, but this was a bad one. This was a bad review this time around. And yeah, I already put it out though. I already put it out. I put out a couple videos even already. Maybe you guys saw it. But yeah, no. Do not go to the Posh Wash in Lawrence, Kansas. Take them to the Pet Smart. It's nice over there. The people are very nice, you know. And read the reviews before you take your pet into any groomer. You know, I've been lucky enough that I have had some very good groomers. You know, even I think on the video, I think I said that I paid like 60 or 70 at Wolfgang, but I know I think I paid more. I think I paid about 100. That's a fancy place. I think I paid 100. But like I said, I spent like $150 on product thing because I appreciate the business, and he came out very happy and wiggling his tail and happy and sniffing around. Like, he was very happy when I brought him here. It was like he didn't come out with tail wagging. He came out like, mom, like want to come to me like, okay babe, come on, let's go. Like, he didn't come out happy. He came out like scared, like, no. Mm-mm. So, like I said, if you guys are curious about that, or if you're in the Kansas Lawrence area, don't go there. I think they're abusive over there. And dangerous. Read the reviews. Just read the reviews. Anywhere you go, read the reviews. I'm never not going to read a review ever again. Not after I went back, after all this happened, and I went back to kind of read the reviews, I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God, I took him there. Like, I felt so bad, but I'm never going to do that. I'm going to read the reviews all the time. And make sure you scroll down, because you know what they do? They show all the 5 stars first, and then they trickle in the bad reviews. Because when I did reviews for both channels, I put one for the Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. I put a 1 star, and the message there was, make sure you read all these reviews before you take your dogs there. They're horrible and you'll be shocked. Like, something like that. I put something, I can't remember. But then for Sacred Geometry Universe, this one, shoot, I put a whole page in there of exactly what happened, who I am, and what I do here. And yeah, I always talk about the good businesses. People like the dog walking videos, so I would assume that they're interested in the care of my dogs, to see how I care for them and how come they look so good and so healthy. Because I take them on walks, I feed them good food, and I take them to good places and good groomers. Not this one. No. Be careful, you guys. We have abusive people out there. This is abuse place. Yeah, so I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for May 8th, 2024, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.